Watkins, he helped us with the stage the other day. Well, he brought it, set it all up with his lads. We're just at his farm now. This is his Houseman sprayer with a huge light bar on the front of it. And a big box moving chemic, and looks like a John Deere step, don't you reckon? Class cab that, isn't it? Is that the same as Wardy's? He's got his Kramer. And then this beast that's definitely needing a bath after the season. It was out yesterday actually, harvesting maize. Looks like it's been a bit wet. Well, that's clever actually. This shed gets filled by that overhead conveyor. It's huge, that. It's a big bucket, isn't it? They shouldn't look like that, should they? Just from harvesting a bit of maize. You see the depth of some of the mud it's been trawling through. Do you know what that looks like? You know when you fold a Swiss Army knife up? Yeah. And you've got all the bits, you're like, right, which one's the toothpick? Yeah.
Where's the thing for cleaning the hooves?
Yeah. The bottle opener. The flat blade screwdriver. How wide's that then? 6 metre?
Yeah.
So like that goes that way and then that goes that way.
12 metres. So with our 50 centimetre rows, we can take 17 stroke 18 rows in.
That's 12 metre?
Yeah, so we can get these 9.6, sorry.
You don't want to fall in it, would you?
Somebody designed that.
I know.
We used to go to the 14 row, but it sits offset on the road from the European market. It sits in the hedge there. Once you go this to the 12 row, we also go to the 14 row one, so you have more room for the first time around the field for the trailers by the side.
Right, yeah.
You can just poke the nose of the tractor down the side, but not much more. But 40 row gives us more room, but Chrome has designed it that it doesn't sit straight in the cab on the road. It sits, the European market, it's fine, it sits in the hedge.
Yeah.
Our market, the head all sits into the road.
Into the road. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, but this sits inside the wheels, this one, does it?
Yeah.
Just about, yeah.
Just about.
Yeah. Is that a class cab as well? No, it won't be, will it? No.
It's their own.
Yeah, it's their own. They wouldn't buy a cab off Class, would they? They're big rivals. These are 3 of his combines. Does a lot of contracting, Gareth. And they're all tucked up in the shed for winter. Again, look at the tyres. You know, combines shouldn't have mud on the tyres, but this last season was awful. So it's they're all parked up, ready to be overwintered and then cleaned in the summer before they go out. That's good, isn't it? Lift that up, stop the mice is getting in. This is his front tank for his maize drills. He's got 2 6-metre tempo. Tempo Vadistad drills, so he can drill beet with them and maize. He's got the little hoppers that you can put the seed in. And I think you can blow fertiliser down with that front tank as well. Most of his combines are walkers, bar one that's a rotary. Some headers over there as well. It's a big shed this when you can fit 3 combines in it, isn't it? Big shed when you can fit 3 combines and 3 headers in.
Yeah. 3 combines and 4 headers with them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's for doing grass seed. Is it grass for grass seed? Yeah. See that mesh there then?
Is it a heater?
Oh, is it? This is for peas.
That's an oil cooler, isn't it?
No, but the mesh there, this must be for peas. Wouldn't be for grass seed, would it?
It's peas, isn't it?
This would be for
Peas, is it, Gareth? Yeah, it's a peeper header, a record peeper header. It's an amazing thing that you'll have a field with thistles and nettles stood up in the field, and that thing will go along, and then the thistles will stand back up behind the header.
Just combs in the peas.
The two wheels on either side that are like knives. These.
Oh yeah, like a disc.
So it cuts that carpet basically, and you need a young person on it because you can't be hesitant. You've got to be not afraid to push the lever forward and keep going.
Just flat out.
Yeah.
I don't think that flicks it up and then paddles flick it there and then any soil drops out like mesh then, does it?
Yeah, and through these gaps here as well. But you've got to rely on, these have that elbow joint. What's the correct connection? The node at the bottom?
Yeah.
And the way to test if this is fit ready is that you just drag one foot to the other, and if the peas all drag together, this thing is amazing then. It's got to break off of that elbow, because if not, you're taking too much soil into the combine, you're dragging the roots and all.
Yeah, because there's no knife, is there?
No, it's just reliant on breaking that elbow.
It's like a track, like out of a baler pickup reel, isn't it? So which combine does this fit? The Class or the New Holland?
New Holland,
No way. I don't think I've ever seen one of them before.
I've never seen one.
And then that's just an oil cooler?
Yes. Yeah, we do our own piece with it, and then customers that are struggling to cut them direct always give us a call, especially the years when it goes like this pancake.
How long have you had this then?
We've had one of these for probably 20 years, kept changing. This one is now 7 years old, I think. We'll do another couple more seasons, we'll take them again.
Yeah.
You've done well to find something you've not seen before.
I just can't believe how. You think you'd lose them, wouldn't you? Think you'd pick them up, then some would drop out.
Yeah, you can give a flick on, wouldn't you? Flick on the floor. It's not an aggressive process, it is just carrying it up. Like
Curling it in,
yeah.
like carpet. This is a whole crop header. So basically for mowing, that auger's massive, for mowing wheat or barley off to put it through a forager. So you just go straight into it, then discs spin round, push it to the middle, and gobble it up by the forager. So this is made by Crone, obviously goes on the Crone chopper. Just mounts on the front there. There's the most complicated low disturbance subsoiler I've ever seen. This is beet harvester. Again, look how mucky everything is. Shows you the conditions. Is that like articulated as well then?
So it pivots behind the cab when road gear, all it does is pivot behind the cab. But when you're in the field, front wheel steer, rear wheel steer, so you can access it so much easier. But also, once you're in the field, you tap the joystick whichever way you want it to go, and then it paradoses the phrase.
Yeah, yeah.
From the back wheel on either side of the front wheel.
Yeah, so it like crabs nearly up the road, up the field. So it's technically got 3 steering modes then, hasn't it?
Yes.
Wow. Got some serious.
Put the steps up in the field, otherwise it won't let you do it. There's a sensor on it.
Oh yeah.
It'll then catch the steps.
This looks so complicated. Obviously that's a topper on the front to knock the tops off. And then it throws it into there, bashes the beet about, lets the soil drop off, throws it about a bit more, spins it through them, again beating all the soil off, and eventually it'll end up in the hopper on the top and into the trailer. But hellishly complicated. All the little bits, all these pipes, solenoids. It's actually huge as well when you see people stood next to it. What do you say? It's the saviour of the county.
Yeah, it is the saviour of the county.
So when
the actual fire brigade.
when you're stuck and you can't get a tractor out at all, This super major with a 250 ton winch on the back will tow anything. You're surprised it's never snapped in half, really, I suppose, isn't it? But I suppose I suppose it's winching from here and then that's dug in the ground like a ground anchor. Yeah, you can't really snap it, can you?
Change our New Holland baler for John Deere.
Oh, John Deere. So this is a variable chamber, film on film,
Yes.
round baler. So there's only 4 of them.
But it's designed maybe to do that film on film. That's what we bought it for.
So if you just wanted to stack straw outside with 1 layer of film, you could use this.
They say that you can do that. The trouble is that water might still pool in the bottom of the rack.
Right.
The main idea is for the silage boys that they then can buy those grabs that will grab hold of the bale, and then you can cut the bale and it holds all the wrap.
Yeah.
Nets are always difficult to try and manage.
Yeah. So it'll stay on the bale,
Yeah.
but then equally, if you want to wrap it, you can wrap it as well.
Yeah.
So there's only 4 of these, and then this. Let me just wipe the lens. It hasn't been in a fire. It looks like it's melted, doesn't it? It's a protective cover to stop it getting chipped from the hedge cutter on the back, throwing stuff at it. So it's basically like a chainsaw coat for a tractor. Oh, this is a hedge cutting in progress road signs as well. What make did you say it was? Sorry, this.
So it's an Opico hoe with an Atson-Bickler headstock.
An Opico hoe with an Atson-Bickler headstock, and it's camera controlled hoe for going between maize rows to save a pass of chemical behind the baler. Gareth said if you want to come and pick your wheelbarrow up, these are obviously the wheelbarrows and all the cabling that we had in London last week. So they put a call out for farmers to bring the wheelbarrows for us to use for the food bank donation. But there's still several left. So if you drop your wheelbarrow off at Gareth's, come and collect it. These were brand new from Carpenter Goodwin, is that? Yeah, so they brought them out the shop. We used them last week. And if you go to the shop now, they're knocking a tenner off and they'll be as seen in Whitehall. So thank you. Finally back in Tarbuck after what seems to be a full week all over the country, mostly in London. Gonna go and have a little look how they've been getting on in the offices that the lads have been finishing off, and then I'll probably do the birthdays, so we'll go and see what's going on at the bottom of the yard. You can see that Oscar's been here this morning sweeping up, and it looks like they've done a lot of chipping. Pile isn't particularly big now. A little bit there by that bucket that's probably come in over the last few days, and then that pile has been massively reduced as well. There's a decentish pile of chip round the corner, so that's good. Smells of paint in here. They've painted the ceiling, painted the brickwork. So John's friend has a paint place, so he's been up there. Looks a lot bigger as well now. I think they've done it with the paint sprayer. So that one's done. This one's nearly the ceiling painted, but all been brushed out as well. This has been brushed out. That's electric cables jointed. That needs burying. It's good. See if there's any change upstairs. I don't know whether the joiners have actually been here much this week. That's all studded out and started to be boarded and insulated. This one's studded out in here as well now. That is, they put the insulation behind and studded, boarded that. And then of course this back wall, they've clad in the girders and plasterboarded this. And also I believe they've put a big piece of plywood in the back of there for attaching things to if we need to. Starting to get less echoey as well, which is good. So, coming together quite well. We got this given to us in exchange for some logs. So we've used that, and even the plasterboard. Someone was throwing it out as well off a job. So thanks to everyone that's managed to help with the resource. But yeah, it's looking good. This will be Wendy's office and the view on the wet barley. I always do that, don't I? Which way is it turn? Can't see it in any rows yet. It does look a bit of a wet mess, but at least there's no flood. I was going to write the birthdays on, but there's no point because Stuart Robb is 26 and Robert Evans is 50. So happy birthday to you two. There's only 2 today on the birthday. So rather than open the shed and dry the bonnet off and get the marker pen, I'm just going to say happy birthday for that. And also we're going to say hello to Oscar, whose dad helped fix Martin's quad bike the other day when the wiring loom was damaged. That's the one that we were blowing the tyre up on Thursday morning, was it? With that little compressor, which is probably just about blown up by now. Just quickly been to see my mum and dad. Might try and have a little afternoon nap before getting the train back to London again. Someone very kindly has offered me an apartment staying tonight because hotels are getting expensive, especially on a Saturday night. And then they're ready for GB News in the morning, I think 10:30ish, because I can't get an early enough train in the morning to get there for 10:30. There's not one running, which is I'm surprised at. I thought they ran every hour, but they don't. Apologies for this week if it's been a bit scatty, and massive thanks to the lads that have just got on with stuff. I've barely heard from them, and they've just kept everything moving. So that's a thank you for that if you're watching, lads. Yeah, that's all for today anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.